Allotated cops ni kwa kwa nyido umu yomu sinchain. But the NDC was able to win power. One thing I did be because I am far about the NDC. So you are very disciplined
than your MPP.
MPP, that is the truth. MPP are disciplined. Na kana presidential primaries aye koi obi agina baby a no ka de ope. Ubohu obi obawumia no odi Canada Japan atam. Ubohu obi wa Canada Japan no odi bawumia atam. Ubo kekasa rough. To the extent that Obenya a member of parliament, not the religion, any ethnicity here campaign. Now this man, yes, I do. We are going to sackle from the party. It's even your baby Bruno. And Penufono, a bit more why do masse. Do my ye, but the make catch of say, and you'll be an a baby man penu. Some macro level dollar one cost in Ghana, Umunya some faso, I bet 10% or more 10%. 90% in ordinary people in we are suffering. It isn't a mecasa. Say 10% in here, Sabio, when you see or cracker from a brutery. And the dollar above from Sabia de Sobete. Sabio, when you see China more, and now call ye more a cotton and your money de secra. Do you know na mimi no mienu je ha many of us nyes kasa kosa mos we kotade baby e kotade ye boaka market
kejitia
baby e kotade ye kejitia
swami market mimi no mienu na ade na ye koto no swami market ni kejitia no ene ye boaka market no e bo na koso na ekofom.
All right, Misamu Akwaba ebiem ha aya Ashanti Media na e kamia ese Ghana no ebi fili chen bi obusia an ebi fili chen bi this is the current state of Ghana. A year cast $1 above from petrol fuel so above from ama omanimu ayefo nema kofom ne de omo a enjoy kase pa no aye wona wo sika ono yusu won cars aye wona wo sika otumi koye shopping akese ewo big shopping malls no omo na etumi efili the current state of Ghana ne yie pa na ye ne ayeko atonsu market so amemo ene kejeti amoni ade ye unkura ase no ho ama nso jakobu na ye ne ye die dwa ho ne de ye nche dem fili Ghana no ye enema na abafom ne sa because still enema boarding ye ne de bia ekoto wache ekoto kenke ye ekoto mo free davi ho ye di gobe ogobe wura ho ne de ye de still na fili hardship no ekom no da so wom enema boarding din no da so wom enti te se wona we use one cars we use one motors for no Philippa because I'm ready. You see, early last week in Muba, beginning of the week, no say, and some money can be baby. If cars are shortage, ama drivers charge overcharging, drew rush hours, and a penny and you may now more charge no, or no use one cars no, or moon Phyllis idea baby. Or now we use one motors like a siano, and a moon kitwanano, or moon Phyllis idea baby. Yana a cofa cow upon tin, a Phyllis and which the they be a casasa by young baby. Which means as a mine be fili chebi pa na akobasa ayere say yesisiu abusia ayesisi pa nti amaye ne yehunu so eno nti na bebre okobo dollar so a wose na ne amabo eda sai ni okobo cd so a wose ne amabo eda sai ni ka fuel a wose na transportation ya tete so ana nti asa ama ye mu bi no ye ne ye wo fom pa no ye mfili ye ne ye wo fom no so na ye do so Yensu na nema no yemfili emfaso ni yie sa nti ebede ne ehu anya mamu no ayekọ na so mfaso yie eno ne nkọmọ a ayekọ so osisi a enti yebeje bre ne akọ na akudi nkọmọ ni yie ne ehu se de be nti na still na ama ene aboda so ye high but to me ne de mehu ne se ye ne angasa ye nyina ye nye menu mienu nyina ye nye ye tirimu odin bibini ye tirimu odin e kan hu bi na ama ne ma ekọ so nyina akọ so wona oton ne ma no wontirimu odin Yesu say a driver for omo charge overcharging no we am the video ba ko bi din kan brewa okọ page ni so a Ashanti Media he ya obohu say da so say ebinum kasa say drivers no omo charge na den sa overcharge na de ye blame drivers no ye ne ye talking ke wabontin ye togobe wabontin ye to wache wabontin no sa afọ no so say na motema yen omo anso na complain say drivers for charge kase na nema bo fom so nema bo ba fom no okofa amole okofa aburo okoto omo na emo no so ate no still na emo de wate ya na wate yenso nso ye blemu obi say o charge kase nti ye nyina ye tirimu odin eno ka ho bi na ma ye ne ye wo fom no ye bre no because so big of idea senko de 1 city 2 so na be with me akwanta mama no kra na o de be 5 cities na beto so because o pesika boom na o de ato so na ne mane boy din ni wi na akobele mu aban ye nyina na ye nye nti e ka ho bi so the rare issue no we didn't catch the rare issue on ground no we are not solving it and afi e so na e di ko akobele mu aban enu nti na me ye ho kire enu nti sisi ano de omo use omo car so no motor so mu filipa omo sika ya mo ko to enema inbox no omo ko companies akase ya mo ko invoice wo ho sa ho no ya tetetete enema no so na ye ne de bia ko market ne de still na ye de hwie tirim nti ye bre pa next issue so Professor Frimpong Boateng se mo be kan abusua eno so midin kan de ho nsemi biro na awie no ne nto aso no se NPP youth ni bi abu ofu kese obubu ofu mkoko apai ni nyina na se papa no de oye no o se party no na se wadini de awie na se wa me a onko pe ba bi ntina na wo na wo ba no mso medibi ita se wo no de odidi ame awie a opeso wo se party no okono because papa ne say nobody can sack him from the party obi antumi nyina di Frimpong ko bi o hwan obi antumi nyina di
from the who kind here you are ready to leave the party anytime any day.
No, I'm not leaving the party. They should leave the party. They are the fake ones. They should go away and the true party will stand.
Hey, it is a neck ton suffer okra hunko.
I'll not go there. Because someone who is that? I'll not go there at all. Waste my time.
Neck here, National Executive Committee of the party.
No, but that is the fake this neck.
Exactly. Intinin sama wakana no waso obi antumi nyina di ni wanu wetu okra wonim Justin Frimpong ko dia wonim obi antumi nyina di.
Neck shia said the General Secretary akaze neck be shia no. Omu shia na neck jitum say Professor Frimpong Boateng ye yiwe free party ni ma obeyeden.
No, they cannot murder. They cannot sack me from the party because the party is not theirs, and I don't recognize them as a true MPP.
Now, Prof, what's the man who can do? Now, send you now. Obama party now ungovernable.
Because it's annoying for a general secretary, young man, Misha, who can say, "Say we be a bumper, say be anti before bumper, say make it can simply to divert attention." We are lawyers, so.
I honor nama obu efu kakra no.
Oh yes, nubofu sada.
But the question no so say papa why na wase party your virtual party bi wo ho a mo na ye real party na de hoi MPP de ye fake na fake for so say you free fake ni mu so ko join na virtual party no so a eno so also bi antimi nyu free party ni ya asemo na andi before na say papa no menopause na achi no but menopause de achi ma emema de na andropause enti andropause na achi papa no de kasasa MPP so you to money ade pa o andropause achi papa no enti no wakasasa no ebuji ye bidi sa nkobo ni nyina andropause na achi na mpa ana party na agija wankasa nso do adwon tebe to comment section ase bra ye de ensem ni nyina abrewo na afei 1 year of President John Dramani Mahama His Excellency no MPP for no de wa yinim dada ombeka so mu hunu so na NDC for no so akase eweye sa na tie na afei ordinary Ghana me no mienu ye yi party samto nchen asai yenka na kura de na hu ewa mamuonim dela ne so ate no nkoto bibia ma eso ma afom ama hu se o ade we the difference abam na MPP wo na ebia te sei na sisi ade te sei ntu wankasa wonto ade hu ade bia party sem no yenko na afei yenko tie nkomo ni nyina se de esikoe
nsama
okay papa na oka Professor Frimpong Boateng okay
na samba ko me person me kan the way or react emre abusa na about the general secretary of the party wase wa ya
enra ekosi sen no so
wase wa ya kola esa ka se wa immature na yesa no kan
yeah wase number 1 wase JFK or you fake number 2 or you immature or cancer it's on record
na the American say wa ya kola in age I agree because papa say was 76 and JFK
be 3940 sure
akola in age I agree but akola na adwunu mu de JFK ya akola wa adwunu
exactly
JFK adi party na chipa me kan chante ma oba ye say mudiri ba so mbaye minister na JFK is deeply inside MPP
sure
na JFK deeply with MPP menim JFK kura enye kura me by 2009 very active member
yeah started
you for Canada
Ashanti region sure
yeah lieutenant no ko here CEO is he youth authority
yeah National Youth Employment Authority
and the more general secretary of the party.
Apart from that, he's a lawyer.
Me back me party rank am person me party nim de kraso ni party rank obey general secretary ya man say obey acting or contest I think the sitting general secretary
I jumboido be any jumboido. And even a time a bimu cry including no one regional chama support. He won hands down. And he so officer JFK immature, he's trying to tell everybody October JFK be also immature. Because confirm October JFK, the go insane. Some are older than friends say, Professor Frimpong party. And some of them are more patriotic than him. And the man example say, Obia for soon, and my team abe 2 years about to Obama. Tell me, Mamu first say, they're more formula, or me access to radio, or Montelan Cruz and Nomuno, Sabi Mundi Adjuni. NPP na minimum. Me, I started voting in 1996. NPP minimum. A grassroots NPP, Paja, me can't say a quagra lebo, don't cake in 1996. That's the first time I could find it with him say. Then this is a called don't cake, Omudi, Sawata Kanuni. So the for now, who say, me and Twabano. Said by me rally, no, don't cake or youth, send a youth a free Edumu Central Market, magazine for bar, but you have to go. Crofana Mobile will be an hour certificate. I'm going to live foundation, Mamu Bebe, but the former did the minister, I saw I enjoy. So, Mammy Namo Karamusim. Mammy Namo Karamusim. Please, Mamu, yes, sir. How do you look at Obi JFK or immature? Obi, a lawyer. I used to say the moon market, no moon, the immature.
And a video in a because I own baby crook on law school. No, or can you account? It's
an insult to the Ghana School of Law. I'm telling you. Say school, Ghana School, Law School, Makwalano. He's insulting them. Some will come in their moye. Then they are passing out. A man here, lawyer, now practicing law. Any chance, just JFK, what you know, when you are doing some winning, catch them some money. So, because I found to some stand with Vizabia, Andrew Post album. 76 years in there. I got 4 years old, 80. Oh, sure. Andrew Post album, and it's only a Crabba channel. But you shouldn't say that. Oh, your time in a bimu with the youth, or Mufis party name still belongs to them. Kofokra sabisaba no now a kun against one is president. Why did you? No more my minister. On one to Swaba. Wako election that only prime minister to talk about Luba when you're saying. When you say France Lego, okay, Lego election. Talk about Lucas and Menubaya, or because Papa called this for me to say. When you're saying, okay, as flag bearers as Mama Kasa, Obia Continao, I contest election, no NPP da Ghana, at Twabama Mana General Secretary, who ground no one in Nide. NPP Fonino. And then because on virtual NPP, no, any virtual NPP, no, one am General Secretary, one am Chacha, new, so they don't exist. Now, you made a very good point this morning, say, so I say, oh, a year real NPP virtual now. And then any on Tias, no money free fake. Free fake, no, uncle, the virtual, I don't know, complain about fake. Mashano, I Penua Buno for a fact say what Nimdia has a yard, didn't know. Yeah, they perceive a Cassatiano, but Mashano, quite only for like the JFK, no, or Kaza, some Mukano, or Mukandi, Buya youth for say, Sabi, yeah, near to you. Okay, say, Papa, because say the youth of the Mutu could be she knew. Okay. And it's the same thing on person. I say, yeah, you for that, but we can't take over the party. Yeah, you for that, we can't rule the country. And they say the president could have 30 crabs on penny. And this will do 65, 70 and stand up by him on Nippon Kuruma. That's what they are thinking. And it's about or no professor Frimpong Martin. When them doctors are made 35, 40 years, very intelligent guys are made doctors. And they still I'm to do some I want to tell him say, or I say me can one can. But say the Baba JFK so they the M1 because JFK be a caliber or Kokudu or no professor or no MPP. Within the MP. You know, because to rise to a level of general secretary, no, yes, small position. Oh, sure. On the position where appointment position, minister, president got him from money. But we be Jeff Coduno, important to know. And to one jack on money focus on manage party. No, quite Jeff is handle MPP in this trying times. No, and the man on Kaguno because only too emotional. So the Sikasaka and Phyllis or Betty Marcus and Biano, Cassandra Jeff, Cassandra MPP can do that. Look at how we handle MPP. Even in the first contest, can the JFK to me convincing or me now Mamuji to say on the day I bet declare so we never in our platform so I declare support about the winning. That's how they started. Okay, 2023. 2023. Oh, we flag bearer we declaration. JFK agenda. Sure. So we have a declaration. One coffee and continue as a for be a farmer. One want to me, I continue. Jabi Ekaso, if MPP youth Ekaso more about me, who am I? Miss about me, or friend the matter. You can't do that. Amraukai, what do you say? National coordinator, for example, footer. I question before she so it is time for a northern Muslim president, say Obelidi MPP. And why shall tell him one Jeff Kaja say in Nuro? want to make us some why that's not the decision of the party. That is what we call maturity. And yes, I got to catch a party of him say fake and then maturity. They want to catch a JFK say when you're mature. So I come and shooting political parties, politics by the JFK mature than him. Because they all kind of JFK all kind of anti party, no. You can go and denigrate anywhere they make yourself big. We can run a party like that too. Timesano or a penumua or be a respected no, I want him dear man. But man feel say because or no be a manunti or beka bibia. Look, even at the time I you President Kofo as flag bearer of NPP no, maybe mumpe. Because I got to a man 100% too.
Oh yes.
A certain percent that Kufa do yes, I could have declared results man. And then we show video be some man civil. Sa 1990 isn't it 7 we are mokoye 78 I was Sunyani. Na when I declare winner no Peter Lajeti.
Sure.
And after that no amuma say also judgment contest election no. Na so three judgments as Sama Walker. Was it and you only victory the here no the victory of MPP na here no. So MPP say among the power na leadership na ama Kufa what they say what matters most say they want power. These are the mature politicians and Kabasem. Obi abrasing judgment say John Philip Ghana got in Poland because of MPP or some back no. He never be a flag bearer. But original party to send a woman miracle. Now or the party or program I say Sabatui Kodama president and say Mamanu Kofi. He's stood by the party, not by his interest. And this person that on your body because say never be by from Boateng Wabo party na some on teacher so. But this is PR party as some mobile as some maybe the power some muka na me be na kana bondi.
Oh sure.
There is a saying here very
but PR report no crowd do do na so na say nkomo na wudi na bi no mudi.
Yes.
So mo nyina hu ni say na nkomo no di ene die.
There's a saying here Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ka wakana Arabic say likulli makanin makal. For every place asama yeka.
Wow.
Yes, as I say, that is for every place and there's some ayeka.
Wow.
I think okay, say I need to say maybe yeah, could be a minimum and a yanka. And don't may say my airtime, media never some my camera and be honest, but as you are on respond because when the entire issue and the shares of your pinum.
Sure, Chikas and Gomusi Penny, do you
Matimanti? That was be a Bacadi as Sunday over Simon, the Messiah, man and say party uncle.
Okay, see, I know Alhaj Abdul Salam representing the CPP. A very honorable.
Yes, sir.
Mo party. Say they say we can say Jademu. And I who is a
Erika Mamicha or no for and no her for because a bit more very well.
PFM TV sure.
So a chair will be better. Na Yamo be better fish up. On Uncle Palmer who buy or dear try 2025 no 2026 so also you more on for him chat. Now, Minia, many say Becca 1 year of Mama.
Yeah, baby, you can't no bad in car. You can't touch on Professor Frimpong Quantum.
Who said Tanzugu? And you say, I
do what can you know?
What do you find the topic?
Alajunim as a fish as you know. This is the second time honorable Bani started 1 year reviewing retrospection on Young Kebi.
I never can name or they go for go
setting in a go sector 1 year review.
Arabunim Yenika Nume Jana Damo party in Munanza. Hey,
oh, Nija.
As some can say,
Asam Bear.
In the last 24 hours, do be a kind Professor Frimpong Boateng say. Because as a party in the Yamodia Muntimin Pamono,
my main castle mucho. Na main castle muncham penophobi. Onyan coupon or Brawashisha Mobia. Na me won sonoma wo de amobia na oya wa adwen se obedum obi nsonoma wa ho yo ne beba ho so no na odamenem ewiase obia wo ne susu ye be nyame so wo ne nhihye ebia ususu se me de eze me di mampani be nyame nhihye nya sa ne che ebia ususu se be bia unu abia duru na yesenka ye wo eye wo nsusu ye benyame won nhihye na eso di show trim se de wo susu no enye no na nyame pe nye ni nyina na nyame pe ebra NPP wo musisi ano ye won sono ma nyame ayi na man for the party oya wa adwen se eye se ye me anyame eti meye bibia sa anyame de medum nipa no so ma hwe oni baba ho so nanim kwase aka ibi na esi you see you are Professor Frimpong Boateng Ghana obi apenasemo when it comes to the medical profession now.
Exactly.
Obi no bit my doubt in integrity.
Sure.
Obi no. But I think say Obewura politics he has been a disaster. Now, say you move be very restrained. Oh, enkasa yebimo. Because the biana me can say after Bibia ni yanka bo mu going forward. Your best professor. One we na de yaw bibri kasa onimbi gwase. Me say can be. So one we if we ask one mo bi a wutu obi a na say one we na de yaw etu anamo one we a onimbi gwase. Ebia you may have a point pa. But when you ba ho so no then him gwase aka.
Very profound.
O hwe the elkos ya metena se na esaya mareho papa ne transna workasa you can see from his demeanor say bitterness wonimu
yeah we embittered
bitterness wonimu na me NPP ohun asemu de bia ameka hwe omo NPP so mfa so pa no ne di NPP abro party no omo manya so mfa so pa no de di NPP abro
omo se nko bua party ne managina brand
omo nya party no so mfa so no ochia me bafo akotomo jato kali omo da rocha mo pitala ajetem omo bregu. These are selfless men. SD dombo mo ade no munya from the party ebinum ya chichi ebinum tum ebinum wuye meno kase ebinum manu mu nananom eda susum NPP nanzo munya any direct benefit from the party but still makoma wo party no mo because you mo papa no mu nananom ene predo mu moja eje party ni si ho but dia wro ho ne se omu a omu no enya so mfaso no o man kasa no mayo madwun so mbese party no but you see NLM sebio Kwame Nkrumah wantimi anshate the UP tradition down with all the might and all the tumi or wantimi sebio dey ade na JJ Rollins anye against the UP tradition wantimi andum jano nti obi en ho o hwe ensem bi a empanyfo ni bi ka look at asema Prof kan ena aba yekoto aba 2023 ye wie mu ma obi how a whole professor how can you say anything like this how ye wie mu sen just because be a open appointment second term wonya na se bi NPP omo ebre ko hwe maame no mutiadum party ndi no wonya vum ye maame no mudi dwa no mu sori a party omuti na wa ya wino omugya omu ne mbagu no omudi party achi
ne shop nyina no agya to
what did they get from the party when your appointment since President Kufuor time what the CEO Kolebu what's up by na do time what the minister ni nyina achi was first time ya more be second term wonya bi now do you know the number of people umdom resources umdom moja no mkra ye adwuma for the party second in the 8 years of NPP government monya appointment oh as empanyfo bi odwene ho a won tiase ebina na ya na ye ka lanchre matiasem na edurumre bia na ye ka wa hwe anu aka de enga the ambassador President Kufuor time presidential special initiative satemu nyina resources gina ho ne yepia kogu ye NPP second term what the trade minister for almost 5-6 years was ma ko election melusu
many years a million man leading to me bofu me cotton party. How? Nandism, Sabia's animal bet my Gwendism. Sabion and I graduate my Rollins or any Kurukofa party by a crown. A room may be this before you listen, Jay. Oh, but there's some more moment a partner. Where are they? I'll tell you, Cosmic or you do whom you almost in chain. But NDC was able to win power. One tonight, Debbie, because I am far by the NDC, say, you are very disciplined
than your MPP.
MPP, that is the truth. MPP are disciplined. Na kana presidential primaries aye koi obi agina baabia na oka de ope ubohu obi obawumia na odi Kennedy Japan atem ubohu obi o Kennedy Japan na odi bawumia atem ubo kekasa rough to the extent so benya a member of parliament not the religion any ethnicity here campaign na ndisi man ka yes ade yankomun sako from the party etimi nya baabia duru no empanyufo no ebinu mo hoye do mase de o maye na ye but de make catch rom no say enyu obi an bedi mampanyi o enyu obi an bedi national chairman na obi obedi general secretary sebi o ba na party no wanya baabia se na say o te ho a kopo baabi tina me ya me ka say ewura bo me nya me do no e o hwe niam revelations a ba nyina Abom yetimi enya 41.4%, 41.8% now. That's a papa nyame dono.
Okay, in the general elections.
In the general elections. Because if you have these people, some of these people are no much of wasia. Ah, nasa dream when and never woman trim. Ke Bomian wuna no namo. Look at what is happening.
Who is that? Sankrofo in was signing you mama on ye.
Massa, nani panu tims any panu town or no sequa. Shania Coso. Now, here's an MPP we need 2025. And then something before you and compare to Chomusi at Enchanting as Compeduma.
Sure.
Namio or the Bomia. Now, media makers MPP party no. Ye some party no. Yansumnipa. I love the party. Ye binuma semi in the party, but the Yansumnipa. You see where a year or year about JFK. Say me general secretary no kra me hu ne da me. How can you say a thing like this? A former minister.
And I just say JFK no ye to Obama and Nura and he's been general secretary here for 4 years now. Someone
was a regional youth organizer for years. Say wunnim general secretary nkra mi hu ni da. Hey. So bisha JFK nyakra. JFK is more than 40 years. Onyakra. So the thing that bia obi anya 70 80 years and you hu ni say o party no is about him, it should be him.
Sure. Then again, age doesn't define wisdom or maturity.
Minya 40 years.
Very young man.
But offer the party, I've been a polling station executive. I've been a TESCON executive. I've been a constituency executive. A regional executive. I've been a DCE. I've been a parliamentary candidate. You think me a crop party?
Maybe. You've gone through the ranks.
I've gone through the ranks. So the fact that me age, na me age, me sorry doesn't mean say party ni sabio me fair. We've been through the ranks of the party. Ebi and the party hierarchy no position minya ni ya national. Eti mesre ye mpanyufo no. Party ni ye beje si ho. Enu sa asembani ana me ka kire ye nuanu maburu no. Me say so di pani bi achi na ma abufu MPP ubeye mistake. Because if you look at some of these people, I don't know sharp ministers who are di biawie. So wanya de obenya wie. E di nessa party ni gukura na onfa ho. Ba wo baburu na wo ba no. Your destiny is tied to the fortunes of the party. It is all this happening now koye mistake when you baba ho so no panyin he ono ne man ne nana no muko maka wo and until yes yen ka bom na this presidential primaries kasatwitwe kasa sebio emu no ye to nchen.
Okay, honorable mami bisa say do you think say and someone Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng okeka ye nti no party no entwe na so na senka baby edru na politics is about numbers. NPP ani abre say opeso okoji 2 million nke yemfa nche no na party no move on.
Politics is about numbers but not about good numbers. Bad numbers. It's about good numbers.
Okay.
Adia ba ko mo about politics. And they say so we nipa 4 million. Ewo ho a munyina mu ye focus am ko gitumi a eye better so obenya nipa 5 million mu 1 million adwene odo mutirmu no eye adwen foforo e basa the 4 million no can never succeed. And I think that is one thing as MPP etu sa na mo no we should take the bull by the horn.
But say mu yi na nyo no nkwa so na ekọ.
Oh masa madam me ka tro say
wo nya utamaklo so be ko bi
na nya utamaklo ya MPP ni
onya MPP ni
why nya utamaklo o ya MPP ni da bay
honorable
nya utamaklo nya MPP ni nya utamaklo has been suspended from the party.
But was say mu yi professor dia
no nka ya ho dada enti emfa nya utamaklo
was aso atwe atakane dia be ka ho
na atakane dia MPP ni Nyawata makro nya MPP ni atakene di nya MPP ni wa bi ona abundin
awo mu no kan
aha
o say mu pamo professor dia
this adam panyufo mo nya akwanya from the party o mu say di party na bro ada atakene this the nyawata makro zanko empanyufo mu hu say say nyi o mu a party ni ngu these other people also wa bo mu din onim ni nkrofo wana nyawata makro say ne wa fa ase ne John Mahama any Ibrahim Mahama and you are there or campaigning for them. Is he a party member? So then no for say no prime minister. No for Ibrahim Mahama prime minister of Ghana.
Ibrahim Mahama appointment.
When prime minister. When Bizan this for number gajero. Now appointment on Emma.
Alhaj Ibrahim Mahama appointment.
Oh masa.
Ibrahim Mahama dey.
Mama Niano. Oh, Tio, me say MPP ni Gabi.
Okay.
Say kaza MPP sasa manandi zivuakaze.
Na muji tumuri.
Oh, sasa manandi zivuakaze Gabi prime minister na nado amano pa appointment.
But na MPP mo anya sabana ntumuda.
Oh, Tio, ana me say ya NDC Gabi ni Ibrahim Mahama.
Oh, okay.
Prime minister no.
Arabonesa fe do gitum say
enti dia meka
Gabi officially I had that man no.
Oh, there be one appointment.
But na o kan omo.
Oh yes, and there say you can't take that thing away.
Okay.
We have people at the backstage that they influence decisions. And you can't take it out.
Okay.
Politics may be a bio.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say is there are peniophobia at a Kennedy since 2008. Our train chasing the elephant into the bush. 2012, 2016, 2020, he has never campaigned for the party. That be all we should do. Babaya Okana, Nyawata Makro, MPP ni. Eti masa, some penifone that mentality ne wo mutirimuno. Sa anya ya party ni muno. Omo nya MPP for.
Na onya shonzo mu ko mu family na eko.
That be na ana make say, Santama na kuro do Ajima Rollins eko no. What is Anita Koi?
Debbie.
So, I didn't say okay. Zanita Janaba. Ye ni free party more than a koi. So I'm Panango. Alote Jacobs, NDC ni free party mono. Party now win election.
They won.
Kokwa you don't NDC ni free party no win elections.
They won handsomely.
Solomon Kanza way. These are the people that they were communicating for the party. Masa, baby a druno, and penufo no wa be ye bi no. My idea, mo twa sa to. Be mumu bi wo ha, sa gi ne kura mo no. Party no, mo pa mo ntran chen. Na mabunu no, ye mfa party nko. E ana da bia na ye kan yewura kofo asem no. Ebi obeka se do ha ne ye don. Papa ni nim nyansa. Papa ni wonim de. Mo amu yes ade we nyina no bia no obreche omampanyi dada akofo. But even papa no sa asem ha no a won't say Mampenny Kufo, Ejina Bontia now, Jina Babika. Nagas and this for no one and some home. What the to that Watenga?
There be
only my son Hano. And this in Penphobia, unim the home, but what is Jamotin Casada? At the NPP for dear, Sebio and Penphoni Buho, or my almost a secretary for Obiani Munyansa. Professors, doctors, who come professors, they are fine, but say no media party. These are the crop of people I want. But Obian Sunche party. National Council Cotonasi was a party near fake. I did you fake they enjoying it. Umunini free, no one near on Kayan. Because then out of Mokulu in John Kayan. Radio Suno Casa, this is the leading member of NPP. Sabi, no, they can't some tia party, no. On Kayan. You hear numbers, but we want good numbers.
Okay.
Number Brunian and Kiamum. Na Bibia and Chinese over Shooty Shocha by Kosia. Yaya 2020 didn't.
Okay, see, I know Honorable Frank Edisipoku, former DC, on only take on Asamoah Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng Kena. Alhaj, President John Dramani Mahama, Denisia Konya, so 7th January, Munese, Yenya 1 year. Nkoma Ghana for the donate in Sayum and company and Yachi 1 year of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration. Yenye retrospection. What's your take on it? When you say, "Oh, we are not assessing on percentage lines."
Sachi. 1 year of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a very good 1 year. Na me de make us we assessment of 1 year. Na you have to look at Nemekakra. Especially a Kobase, you are looking at your friends ni governance or Shasia since Azumu office on the 7th of January. Obaye na Nemana te saying, NSC Namansu te saying. Osha economic sector, Obaye na enkoyi. Yes, your IMF na debt to GDP was about 75%. Obaye na cedi to dollar is about 14 cedis. Obaye na a fuel liter is about 14 cedis or 50 pesos. Obaye na kind of saying inflation is more than 20%. Obaye na lending rate is more than 20%. Nemu bebre na enkoyi. In fact na Ghana for chiro mama commodity na maba so even though na I shall say because na in 2023 na eco high pa. There was a time when I took a gallon of oil about 1,000 cedis. But before 2024 election, I dropped out by 700, 600 and stuff. Now she has never said but to be take over now, and a tremendous change. Cedi stabilizes strongly against a dollar. And I mean, you can say cedi to dollars a by 11 cedis. And I mean, you can say fuel and I turn 70 cedis per liter. I drop out by less than 11 cedis. And inflation from over 20%, you know, less than 6%. And the lending rate could not interested in it. Lending rate now, and I'm 80%. That should tell you interest rate and 26%.
Sure.
Inflation and less than 6%. Nema kuyi. Over
current inflation rate at 5.4.
Yes,
less than 6. You are right.
So over current and the policy I will take you over. Or shall I say one of the big policy promises of stress free. First year education they matter share for is obi abeko university be a public university no first year na ba fa hoka amusha say no nkola no kotua musika but aba no tua sika na mamo back
sure
amra ko aba no tua sika na mamo back no school year say am be keep sika na say next year no ka this year no amo dey balance of school fees ba aba no say dey bi mo first ka no fa nkoba nkola no next year opa am be tua na dey this what government did. Apart from that our promotion as abama a mass sanitary partner that day what shall say a year. Also, by Nkiti policy, it has been launched. Also, by the 24-hour economy, it has been launched, even the event and take it that serious effect. Also, by the big push agenda this year, Kwama allocated over 1 billion Ghana cedis for the big push agenda. Masha see one of the major workers, so Mayor Accra to Kumasi, Major Mayor Ahatre,
Express
Road initiates with some certain fund. Now we are promising Ghana first of in his promises, you know, we kick starting to start doing it. Or promises of about 60 ministers, and so more 60. In fact, even less than 60 at a certain point. Never be brave, okay, at the first year, Yahoo, Sakrae, over security more. A man can go in terms of security, or cock a name. A man is a very peaceful, Nemaku Yakakra, a fiscal discipline, very good. We still stand within a fiscal discipline line. Or share, a Bank of Ghana agreement with the IPP, say also 2 years ago, a buy a clear of $1 billion, they are my IPPs, minimizing our debt to a GDP ratio. All these things are improvement on it. But you see, Yana make us say, when you compare Akufo-Addo first year in 2017, it's almost the same thing. In fact, when Akufo-Addo came in 2017, Oshassia also kickstarted the agenda free SHS,
sure, which
involved at that time over 700 million Ghana cedis. Nursing training allowance or promise and teachers training also obetry. Never be changes in our economic accra, never crabble for ever from Accra. In fact, in that first year, almost scrap over 13 taxes from the government. As at 2018 January, na praise Akufo-Addo and or the saying Ken Ofalata say well one of the best finance minister. We never be brave fish and Tamo Konina Namekoyi. But you see, so share governance first government in the first year performance. And no one or they call the father year. So she NPP pa first year nema mu ye Ghana for ball mabaso. No she nema call troka anko ye 2024. Na obusa won say the same Akufo-Addo no the same of anata no na more 2024 na. That should tell you say as I wanna abana economy no na nipa na enya adwen sachira eya adwen boni na bani trim. And then one of the things about I find this good they say first year of Jomama aban 2025 there no. Ye hu scandal bia. For compare Akufo-Addo na okay moving pina okay cash for seat okay that allegation of bribery that say fan club according to Ayaraga say Mubarak de banana semebre. All this is happening on the first year of Akufo-Addo, but in the first year of Jomama Yekasemi meaning say Jomama another 4 years dada to because an experience in the same thing because now Akufo-Addo that was the real first year. But
exactly, a lot of people are saying say President Mahama has learned his lessons.
And on why first term dada until the second term first year assessment there to be say changes kakra ewom. Only compare Akufo-Addo second term a friend say first year you can still see Jomama Day as more improved than that of Akufo-Addo. So me they make and say send Masha saying you good, but say be ya say as and when I'm more koro this year when I'm saying this ever year France polling station constituency in regional elections minister more minister by national crack on this year and by national international move you parliamentary only when it started like that is where corruption
elections in the Shasia.
Yes, because MP now or minister want to maintain the seat on the constituency to maintain the seat in a year about Kasangwao about a humanist why a car coin, why fix it light, what you be school fees, what you be hospital bill, what's a classroom. Some of this money is not from the common consolidated fund. And I hear Assembly's common fund. And your MP also raise that money, no, and the salary into me aside, Jumano.
Sure.
MP salary 4 years, I'm trying to me 5 kilometers as fast road. And that is the time I shall say Brian envelopes. That's the time I shall say enter into agreement contract to be so proper friends say so sourcing or this or to create another contract to be as when here so that you can now this kind of share the campaign and by the time about we governance and emergency to mess end this for say we cannot control with the same trend said a first year last year na bad first year this time around send no masha say no but I find it difficult to believe Sabesa. But social in the NDC confirm of a flag bearer in our government.
Why don't you be positive and believe?
I'm positive. Me say
you find it difficult to believe.
That's my wish, but I find it difficult to believe Sabesa because
finding it difficult to believe is a negative.
I'm not being pessimistic, but I'm being realistic here because Osho confirm I'm also in this 184 seats.
Sure.
And this wish that they get 200 seats, and I'm more.
Oh sure.
How do they maintain the 184? Is it with Mrofo?
Parliamentarians in their constituencies.
To a school fees. Koyase, Obi Adia, that is a Jumadin. And you are DMPR, no, sir. Who opposition? I was in this, we are winning, why the phone from opposition. Sure. And already has some any fear of NPP now. She said you have to maintain it. And I make say getting it is not as difficult as maintaining it. Oh sure. And there is this popular saying say moving to the top doesn't come with a lot of challenges. Exactly. But to be there maintaining that height. And the NDCD this year MP on one home and the mayor we are winning. He said the worker I can't obey. And to maintain the seat in air very difficult. And to fulfill the promises, and yet on my secret fulfill that promise, as somehow kind of you mind the cash or car. And to get that money and catch us all the brown will be man. I think about say MP no special assistant. Because all the says can only you. MP don't continue direct. So about say ever walk we na Nemaya Truka Nemaya Basa. So best wrong. The time because I find difficulties, I wish I this and Crofon pe flag bearer ni na edimno all our government upon this from chief of staff to party chair who is a board member, the ZGMPs or whatever, to other some ministers are finance minister, the room of foreign affairs minister, a Greek minister, to get sure say or my secure that we know and yet as some ano kakedeka. But don't you also think say omobeti me manage your ambition, no? Not the same time, what deliver without taking envelopes are okay. You see, the politics are Krumano. So, who will be there, will be power harder. You didn't even draw. And they only go to me. Now, it was independent. Because you could do a lecture, yes, spreadsheet, the case of me. I say, we use a spreadsheet and minimize corruption. One of us is to say, man must shop. Someone was you understand so make also be there bring customer then the and to get that money in the bucket, you know, and free government a be free brown envelope brown envelope is corruption. And the say the NDC have done well. Oh man, say minimum by 80%. Wow, they have done well. But the bakuba man say o my menanje under their stewardship the exit of chief justice, the IGP, Justice CDS, and Namaka may so quite fast. The Mia Mikas is not is Mikas a Yamra. What can say the 1 year? Exactly. But I'm Marapan of the year, and I don't think so. They are no back assessments. Okay, can't figures now, and you are relaxed, and I got any Abra. A Brubato 50 million, now a book the 7 cities, and a Brubato for 5 million, still a brew 7 cities. Okotonema a little of food, 17 cities, Mino Fuka, 4 cities, and I buy 11 cities, if I put 4 cities, and then Jan is high. Okay. Then what's the essence of all these figures I drop down? And do you think they also about go the extra mile? Sir, the ordinary Ghanaian must benefit. But Alaji, will it be easily done? Mako family Yoma. Me say me the 10 of milk 4 cities. Government say me find 2 cedi. Is it applicable? It's applicable everywhere in the world. Now guys can price control government government has, because listen, governance is about everybody. So yeah, but guys me and say I'll change the price of my price, then they'll pay out nowhere. Then what is the essence of governance? Governance, purely government, proper government, you know, involve every soul. Never back life be. So say so I say, my bringing policy party broad drop. Let the government decided not to reduce the price of fuel. So be the same I am from. What are you telling us? Are you governing us? And now, oh, Kufia, car, 5 cities, so you 10 cities. And then tech, me say, friends say, a doom or say, or call, a force, say, labor, or 5 cities. From a doom to labor, so 5 cities. And the Abbas and family. But the same I think flat drop. But then we are not a good government. And our bino, a two because at certain point, those who say, I know we're gonna need BIN so fast. That is what government is all about. And the government can do it. And it's a government. The only means will be say, I buy create an alternative. To say, be a shopper. Sometimes, only say, Copec. That's what I'm being. The DGB, I says, a quarter before you better regulate price. I want you they have to come in. And the government should step in and say, maybe I might make use price and full price because I want other guys and Obahano. That's another guys and watching now for so many also. So government should put in mechanism, Ebema, Sadamana stop. And to Ghanaians, young can say, young gentlemen say, but Sad Nemana Manaba for any and Hobachile. If we took our fuel car price to certain percentage, about for teacher or better body, about why they say schools to enter a country, schools will be to a country, my school fees in a bit. And then you scan out Jeffrey Mon, who do out your school fees. So we should look at all these things. We cannot run a country like that.
Okay. I know Alhaji Abdul Salam representing the Convention People's Party. Mr. Yakub Moro.
NPP, a public party.
Sure.
Wabedi Ghana so in this fourth republic.
Exactly.
Ye can political party. We Kwame Nkrumah CPP are in the fourth republic. Common representing here. MPP and DCD. Ultimately says Hanko Benkume Beko Nifa.
And Bibia for more national interest.
Exactly.
Okay.
One more a woman one more that be a tour bar on Baba Digana so. I say unim tag give better and this is so. A price control on say SS is buy.
Sure.
Would the revolution by will be person technical will be who typical bonus to throw revolution. So SS is in a tag on the NDC in the Ashanti region here. Two cocaine NDC as well as never many. So you see, maybe I know be was now the Edumano so had the best show being sir. Now send you basically no so another problem.
Sure. Why in solving the problem I create another
lot of them. So what I say, it's in a mess around say we are in a civilized world. I bear yen family. Yeah, you work from so I told you. So don't let cash out on innocent people.
But that has been our nature. You always take advantage of the disadvantage.
Yes, sir, Muse. You see, that's the policies we are running. And you see, Guta and all people alike Omokoko Fabano. What do they blame their cost on? Dollar, Busidi no, na Amasidi na hata in the language of President Akufo-Addo. Beobia Bechiano, my. On the end, after you bet me, I know here. Now, you see, say dollar no, I ye ne, na a general now so over 1 year. Now, you know, cost of fuel, you know, factors on with the two NMM.
Sure.
And also about for more.
Ghana crowd, you not too few, we say,
can't money at home.
Nabi Bia so
and to me, I don't complain much about coins. We are made to cry and to go to me. So, it's Sabanesa, almost need the need for. Say, a drew or no move to more. That would be very fair. Now, my member MPP is so.
Professor Kwabena
Frimpong. Metini di na politics.
Yeah, na medical sector.
Exactly. Now, on one inside, I brew baby, I know more graphic, you know. Now, Rolling Time. Exactly, Rolling Time. I know Pabia, I'm calling me call by 5:30. No more Boama, Brahman, Sababy, Obia, Mechani, I share papers, because I want to read the back page, you know, sports. So, until you read the back page in the VR, you end up reading other stuff. And he was one name. Now, I ring a lot of bell because of the innovation. And every political party we could just so do best foot and echo. And you have such a person. He may be troublesome. On the politics, I thought that would be to me now how party no. But to be say one kasa say oh yeah I think we nimte. Asama make say me boa de ka kire me.
I get your point.
Say wonye the obi be ya menye sure say on beka. And listening to the man very carefully. I've come to understand that a revolution or person cause no. I say you can't send the damn one and try. I just hope for so Pia Bonten, I will boom so be boom yipa. I don't know how to MPP. Because it's not about elections. When you go into a general election, say well lose you say. The only thing you should be thinking about is reorganization.
Sure.
How do you reorganize party? From the base. From the base, Ejoso did not teach the NDC MPP lesson, minim down Bishadi. Because I'm almost and I'm more to about internal one delegation, which may be 10,000 in a. I have a 2 hour way, I must say, and got to 1 TV.
TV.
Exactly. So the base now, Kasano, there is a problem.
I know the other people now, delegates in a complaint.
MPP for.
Yeah, complaint is
exactly. So what do you do about it?
Also resolve it.
A base. Nti sa base na mo resi o mo na mo sa kono resi o mo bi o say e dan na yem to foundation yem ko si no soro. Professor Frimpong Boateng asem na wo ka no. To a certain direction.
But and somebody a bebredi o.
Ohun say the organization of the party no enye the MPP they know.
Yeah, okay no. And also abeka say party no mo wo sisi ani fake.
I said they are not, you see, party enye nipa. A party ne principles.
Exactly.
Nti ne principles na nipa ne fa de ye adwuma.
Okay.
Nti say wo fa party ne principles ya ye adwuma, it should reflect the principles of party no ewo. But in the end, so one kwan kumu sa principles no na opening say from the UP tradition. Ediba Besin, you acknowledge that and gave him a ministerial appointment. Gave him all this right to chair such an important Adiana Dagan and Ibia Komaso, the fight against Galamsey.
Ministerial task force on Galamsey.
They say I'm on for dinner time. I walk around him dead no panier now or near the end. Oh, social media say oh quite so heavy. It would not temper. Almost an man appointment. Oh, let me rise here to that occasion. And you see,
but I think that the Obiakasa is not being fair to him.
Yes,
so say a medical person near the ministry of science, technology.
He is going to apply that science.
Exactly.
That is all you need. Near dinner time. Because of course revolution. What can you be pay? Now I mean, cousin Mitchell, Papa been running about one or worry man about Papa na emre o cabbage on or was at yantam. Chidebia ne ban ne gugu cabbage no so. Na we na ogugu so ana papa na fetire kwa wasi we wan gusuye. It's time bia no try so be improve. So on ningu no so nti ogu ya ko si say papa no e dan de ohu mienu pe. E no be nyane ne say omra megu mienu no so angusuye. Ba. Ade we dey sanka wo say so dey so ade ne nka so wonye ai wadi na tem nti atem de dey ne say o report you on by a adanze na waka wadi wo say no crack to e bi ameka yo na papa buafu
but say moro ma dwe me say omo mu cassette professor no omo nka say na ne nim de nu so obeye environment science and technology minister
oh na me
na okan
na me ba general secretary there and I am Inu penny Justin Frimpong could you pay any Ubiaka and no one else would be natural.
I don't want to say
any one. Justin could you say NDC for Ama Professor Sika
one can say
and what to say can ye na young queen.
Yes, maybe Justin could you from Paul can say Ninsama all can and you can say Okasasa
and as a oyeni yodum I want see ho wo de tie ne ye
obi hye na chi
ana ho ye ne sa yodum ase amani skabi no
okay eno de nukre no nim
I say why say obi amani skadi asa ni na ndisi na oh there be any an ye kan say what ya no adabi wa mo ndisi ba what ya no there be some alaji what ya no but alaji confirm what Justin Frimpong kodua
say moro the minimum bankoma odi ni say enro ekosin sense no na obi frɛ ɛyɛ Professor Frimpong Boateng ɛna ono mo ka say ana wo general secretary kura minimum wo si obi hyemachi but one ka say
anti
general secretary say
you have to listen to the part general secretary granting interview to the same as empowerment NDC oh nyabotre wo say obi hyenachi a wama ne bibia a wo yɛ sade oh nyabotre but me am tia say a modin no le ko diama no na say NDC for na man is kase when you kase with the JFK that be when you say ade no say it's a new so a benefit say ade na o no general secretary was pinpointing to a fact say it is a nearing to the opponent's benefits as a yen NDC for na ai nema bi ho no a agi ensem a ye shouting ni nyina a entimeni na person divert attention to this
Are you supporting the statement he made?
Look,
who supported Professor Ansemokayano?
Ya wo me kroma. Empeni say assembly o hwa ya se besipani ko nyina haban.
Etase no banyansa fo.
Exactly. Message Justin Kodia let you know on the tray. I know him very well. I know Justin Kodia very well. And you see, certain people are pushing him to put all blames on him. Say, Onube General Secretary no my own TV. So they are pushing certain agendas saying to know. So until you the catch me. So certain things we on my wanya ebia on bebonechi. Enti Masre. Now no need grant amnesty. Why? Because political party the numbers there. How you manage your
honorable say it should be good numbers as well.
It doesn't matter. Omo a former national youth organizer, successful one at start, Samuel Wuku. Was say a drew voter. If you want get to score omo bo any man members me body
I need their votes.
Exactly. So is it only good to say you need good numbers?
Now I say good numbers and people who push your agenda.
Now good numbers no more pay. Abronya is one of them. Good numbers. See it in Como. Abronya is a good number.
Abronya has never attacked the party.
Oh, Nyamutre.
Personality.
Oh, Nyamutre. Alaji Mabom in some amount.
Okay.
Now, Abronya attack personalities. Personalities in the NPP. Now, please. The NPP has put forth a candidate, a member of parliament 4 consecutive times on the ticket of the NPP. The NPP is having in a friend is saying Ohene Kennedy Japan as flag bearer contested the status quo candidate. Systems candidate. Let me put it right. Our now 37%.
Systems candidate. There's a candidate as system runner. And
political party will be. I will not share. As an NDC, I will not run for it.
The truth is that even Papaya Kasai, or attacking about nobody's talking about Pamela attacking say Pamela will lose election at the end.
The content of I think Sam wants to make a point. I will be wrong with the
will be wrong with it too. I will end with something that suggests time and timing.
About 9:30.
It doesn't matter. You don't share the time. What do you understand? You see by me, about the for time.
And you wrap up on this. The
American Cosian say Professor Frimpong Boateng may have not done well at the time I to obey flag bearer. But you see, at the time I to obey flag bearer, base and say.
NPP base in us.
When the center can no more hold,
as the things has fallen apart.
Exactly. So when things are falling apart, what are you going to choose? At the end of the choose. When you have Chama want to meet, yes, that's in Korea to another more year because you see, Chama want to me can have the guts to do a public statement. Say, me Chama, my sister candidate to be, but Munfa Bibian supported Ummi. Is that fair? Is that the conduct of original time I was there? Yes, also as a party.
Madam said, "Oh yes, I also am
exactly." Because the executives say, "Obi as a candidate, don't be biased towards any of them."
Exactly.
Fair treatment,
fair playing ground.
And I remember some more question almost executives no crunch through how much more original chairman of the strongholder.
Okay, in conclusion,
Professor
Frimpong Boateng's comments.
I did not say I didn't so. Yes, from foundation. Okay, all that professor is causing right now is revolution.
Okay,
and you see,
do you think he should be suspended?
No, yeah,
quick one, Yanko.
Papa Ejakun. Even before 2024 elections, on the key a profound statement was say, now as we speak, and conform a brave 1 PP more, on my name physicality ye MPP be o makuma mu pa de enye MPP me bo de ka kire me.
Ashanti, do you think you should be suspended?
All that I'm saying is papa no cry san ka say some MPP fake it. I don't belong to it, but I know the MPP that I know.
That is the real one.
Exactly.
Virtual.
Okay. What the nobody am home.
No say tomorrow on only take on Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng Koma Odi ye call the next subject and must start with an answer from Honorable Edusi Poku. Honorable Yera Mahama Betna Benwan so no 7th January Tremunanu and Nafi and Crofosi Brunya no ye de numbers above from inflation at top from flat from 23 above do 5.4 and other indicators be what do you make of it? First 1 year of President Mohammed's administration. Yeah,
yo dika Mamen Sancha Obio na menkanche minua moro se yen suspend obi ensaka obi from the party na kuna do Ajma Rollins or tin NDC no mo pamo no sebio ikwaku anyu de ho mo pamo no Alute Jacobs o mo pamo no Kofi Adams and there were sports minister o mo suspend no Masa me ba jomi awano ba jomi ano
Zaboro miso wane ngasa
Ji se wo no ka ba se so bi eya ade ne nya amaye nka wo no sa na mo na wutu ye no eno na ma ne wo abamu nti eduru me bi a you guys should just shut up meni a yenko yenim nana Yura Mahama 1 year me de mama bayi o she Ghana for bo na Ghana for her so the top man next week we menka say menka say
Zaboro dia no kasa next week mu betu ya sika no man
and there's all there and you mudia ya magaza ya mudia
Zina say Arabo kasa you mutie o
standard
o kasa mutie say PFM so dey kwachiri pa
obezo kabe kasa boaje me
say options me no options me that say o be kan fe wo na sika na ba and o be kan jobu na sika dey empia
o dey sika no mu fani
okay engo
Yura Mama ba 1 year Ghana for to Abama based on and she say I would do just say Ghana for Eddie Akwanyama no Boba Bay. The Mura Mama by Minka said and near man and a moon to what you be make cancer and a man dino crack. And a more to be or buy a wood 2 year a year. And I just hope say Sana Mona would 2 year no or Becoso at 2. May I make about because of my background as a former DC. That decentralization and then more pumping more resources at the local level no
assemblies no
because first na meje this assembly common fund 300,000 per quarter then the 3.6 million per quarter they are over about 1,000% and about 100% increment
good money about the projects be
just reflective of I know say MMDC is no so
me bawo and reflecting means scanning my ana
but
oh okay
because fellows of Zuka say by the end of 2025 every district we are EBC clinic
chip compound
me no ka say 2025 year 2026 ba ko kren commission
na come chip compound
oh masa na dia sa na akenyi ala na o ma men kasa
honorable let's move on.
Oh, see, we will complete every district, and they were 2026. Baku Grand Commission here. Now the Eminam guy. Oh no, it's Emilia. These are the Nema Koso.
And what comment they are buying a common fund. Scano buy a page.
There is one thing about NDC. This mama second term, yeah, you can't take it away from them. Optics. Then say, I did be or omo yende isa adu da de no 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 aya de na hu iya simasi de ye no de na mase
ebini oh meti ministers so aba 60
asa ampawatima maintaining number
asa wakazi watimia maintaining for the optics enti no so wati ministers so that is because or cut down expenditure
exactly yeah ministers do so etu omunyina aka
okay and this sikana compensation at the office of government machinery I know so better so nti awoti ministerial appointment so no na sa atama na ekufu ade to so ase na owo ministers bebre appointees bebre na compensation 327 million Ghana cedis na wo ba na wote so na 563 million Ghana cedis why dey
kana sa akosoro
but you see the ordinary Ghanaian person on the street no onim the only man is say mama ati minister so media bosse bebre mu se Ghana for there galam se hwe boada koko ya betum hwe boada
koko so matum kakra
ka so matum se ka so to koko 60-70 million ze bag ze ene kura krachi ni koko ene koko kwani kura koko de ko krachi ni okura na onya sika ntwanka eno no da ho meka ho asem you see 24-hour economy umka so mu di be ma adwuma yi hwe boada ene do bi aka ho asem ansa dollar abafom
the 24-hour economy say it's been launched
however
oh sir buying when you launching the
but oko kwada so municipal assembly na wo ha na uduru ohwima so uduru a omu ka kire se ayi adwuma efo bi kwa anopa ebi be kwa awia ebi be kwa anwumre kohwe ebofo a yatotum
madwem se bi afi no mudi ni omegu
afi no mudi ni omegu awache sala no mu se obeton awache 24-hour economy no ukọ awache na ebo anadwo wana wo de kwa awache abrante ho se ukoto awache sa 24-hour economy no msi ayi night club 24-hour economy no ebo ayi a enne sa amri sa nopa koyi boomerang sa ko night club these are the nyemo mkachire Ghana for omu ba yo muntimi nyeye yes cost of living minia me tu me free no beko shabio ahafuni cost of living na sam no mu kano at the macro level the numbers are very good and the inflation 5% my idea and the dollar rate and 11% my idea but me the ordinary person on the street me some faso be na me manya free sade we oh masa the ordinary person faso be na manya free unim some macro level dollar ho e koso ni nyina Ghana o mo munya so faso e be 10% o mo 10% 90% ni nyina ordinary people ni nyina we are suffering e dey na make asa say 10% ni e say bi obi a wonya sika wakoto okra ka afro mabrochiri and the dollar above from say be dey so bete say bi obi a wonya sika wako China mo ana wako yi mo akoto enema ne dey say ekra and one sika no wonya bi na mimi no mienu je how many of us nyanya sika sa kosa mo so we koto ade be ekoto ade ye bo akwa market
kejitia
baby ekoto ade ye kejitia
swami market mimi no mienu na ade na yekoto no swami market ni kejitia no ene ye bo akwa market no ebo na koso na ekofom eno ne asama ye bisa because mimi satama me ebia me ye adwuma teacher ni ye tua me ka 3000 me take compay 3000 no obi buy e ma increment 25% abeka ho wo sisa nipa ni trimoding wo ba ye no a watum 9% say nipa no watum 25% no electricity no water bill wantum ama me last year momo ma 10% na this year na 9
wo waba o ba ya ozi o say nipa ni trimoding me market we na meje no watum 9% 9% no so a what to like ben water be mu cumulatively 25.7%. Ejisebio me kwa na me ba. Mi wa no mi satama na oka se omemu ode no na me ba ko University of Ghana Legon. Satam na me ba no afini nyina so a me na me kotua school fees 18 million. And the same me ankasa sa me ba no Legon na no afeso a me kotua 25 million.
Yeah, but then say detect the communicate but say Legon authorities in na
masa enye wafe no de aba mi bisasa me ba na wokono the reality le gonfro no omfa ayi bia sa ma se o mate fees no so
sure and students is reported
yes a difference na me ko bobo say 18 million na me ko 24 million mbajo me na economy na inflation na aba from no aboa me bajo sa mi ame no sa time sa me de me ba ko da hostel a na me tua 4,000 and the same hostel me ko tua 50 million e me economy na inflation na aba from no me fa mo me sa time no me ba no sa na wo fa Kumasi bus akon crime akọ school na bus no 2024 na akufo adu 3 orden na inflation na 25 1% no sa time no me ba no no wo fa ka akwa na otwa VIP na Ghana cedis and the same me ba no so ofuru VIP akon crime otwa 120 Ghana cedis me economy na above na nene. So what are they talking about?
But I think say can we blame the government say abide there why any there at the higher level micro level no nti ase ye ne ye twa ho
wan de twa na me blame wan ya me ba to na me koto abama wan me koto abama VIP yi anasi o ana me koto abama tro driver e da say na me ni again wo ka say what ayi fuel so when the catch us cost of production e fuel ngwa na determine no nya no ngwa na determine oba ba be guta aba be kan kira o say guta panyi last week or say dollar rate nema no muka no and affected the price of goods because enya no kwa no determine the price.
Then what again?
O just say wo say ote what fuel so meanwhile what electricity bill any water bill what o just say first no na me company na afi mu ni nyina no me tua light bill 50,000 and the what I come you could pay 60,000 or 70,000 and you tell me say Sabio why did you boka no the can't say dollar bafom so many science no more can the ordinary person on the street no no one causes $1 sem ko kan yama no or no sa dollar ni inflation e bin kan no
okay the annual win percentage you are
mo ba ku ya say 2024 ni atom mo ba ku say and then mo ba ku ya say cement gasem 42.5 hour not 2024 near 20 say it was 90 Ghana and then kogasam ne ko bisa say cement bag say 110 120 Ghana cedis and you tell me say inflation above them and this answer no there say the minimum mo ma yiye e dom tete cars mo mpanyu fo ndom no ye fo mo no mo mfa mu bi
some already an appointment in your mind
o da bi na say ni am na so kwa o minia Sadia we ya na museum about the cocoa sector. Me no ka say.
2 more minutes.
2 minutes. Me no ka say. Ukoye nkura na se a ahafo sahwi. Cocoa kwafo owu. Die di kan, wo aban we baba ba mu, wo se ye bo. Sa wo ba cocoa no batum. Edi kan wantum. Yemfa no nsi ho. Die to so mienu. Me nia do you know say ne ye ma menum ne papa no makuafo so ni koko owie no kokari ase kratch ni so niska kratch fo nisika and the cocoa sector is crumbling under this government. That is because the edika one confess you are or no ntwa hasyoda or koko afo ma no se captain or kwa na konya so no nti ono ye twa hasyo waso koko na koko nsyo no minia watere kurase da no waso koko amacho ko to koko na ensho no fo wanim na o tafri bi na ya ko bon so koko kwafo bre wakoya saade we enne all the off-takers no muma ye LBCs sikamu omu di to koko no eno omu nyina Cote d'Ivoire about 90% of off-takers omu nyina Cote d'Ivoire and the LBCs no they are crying because omu nyina ska their district managers to buy cocoa. Do you know say me no ka say cocoa bottle deals omu koto but first no na cocoa bottle cocoa board and ye no supply the amount of LBCs and the cocoa bottle district managers omu na tisika no makoto
arabunti o de wa no si no
me dia me de ma no be sie ne say abai no wa boya membra yesu. You've collapsed the cocoa sector because I know when you gold board and the gold board the other kind gold nyina galamse for 8 to 2 cocoa gu and why you din because we just free. Get us mienu and na me no ka say European market, European Union almost bandi ye food import, ye food export. Over $3.2 billion in the last year you have abandoned. And na me no ka say Ecuador is on the way. Oba Bedisikan as the second highest producer of cocoa in the world, 650,000 tons. And the Ghana, your cocoa sector na bafom. Cocoa sector and Juma and Kofu over 3 million Ghanaian people. From 1957, in there, every year cocoa sector and produce and body a GDP crown, then you're from 5 to 10%.
Okay, see, what's your assessment on a scale of 0 to 100%?
Mama,
President John Dramani Mahama.
John Mama. For over 10.
For over 10, that is 40%.
For over 10.
Okay, and that is in terms of percentage, be 40%.
Oh, for over 10.
Okay, but 40 you fail. Okay, meba. Semoro meba. Alhaj.
Hey, Alhaji Blue. What time for power? What 1 minute?
Semoro.
That's all my 40. I was all fun 100%. So we should need power 101%. We come for power when you're about we see a minimum. I say, or more 40%. A branch here, Minana, me won't see a minimum. Near me binti, my 40% life.
And are you saying that honorable do say
101% no dema are buying because
the 101.
See all those he has mentioned, including cocoa, cocoa board down man. Cocoa board under them, it collapsed. What they are way and some trading me boy, they catch him. It collapsed. 7 years now and 2 cocoa mu krumwa. Menene me enu na young grass for. Oh, come on to mo kasa na metia. Oh, nyabotre, wo come on. Nana do buy. Oh, nyabotre nana do buy about 2017.
Okay.
Under the cocoa year watum 2018 watum e free oko nyina wantum 2020 no watum nyabotre 2020 no watum election indicating election year everyone wantum sa 2024 na ni asam sa da bi se ne yesi atu cocoa makwa akodro no at this time interest rate dollar rate any everything so just say farmers now san ka mo say nyesa na kai all things being equal now interest rate can you compare it to then $17 to just 11 or 10?
No, it's let me make this correction. Honorable Mr. Samoro, dollar rate now 14.72.
Exactly. Can you compare it to 10 and 11? Exactly. You must commend government. You see, one good thing about President Mahama is say, look, even when we are starting, Mr. Mama will say, when we are starting, you just take this. You know, you say resetting. What say,